What's going on, guys? Greek Freak here, and in this video we're going to be talking about the possibilities of the Cavaliers trading Kevin Love, and more importantly to the Portland Trail Blazers, which I think would be a good fit for them. Now, before I get into this video, I want to tell you guys, since it is the off season, to make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon in order to be notified of all my videos as far as when I upload, since the off season is full of breaking news and other videos that will not have a direct schedule to it. But with that, Kevin Love, who's obviously been shown that to be a very great player, we know what he can do as far as on his own and in very many cases. So in one case is, will the Cavaliers trade Kevin Love? For me, if I were the Cavaliers, I personally would not try to trade him. I'd at least see what he can do in the regular season, as the previous season before he went to the Cleveland Cavaliers with the Minnesota Timberwolves, he was in the MVP voting at 5th, averaging over 26 points per game and 13 rebounds per game as well. So you got to think that that's obviously great production to have from a center. And not only that, he can obviously shoot the basketball. His last season, he shot 42% from the three-point line and 46% from the field. Now, with that, he obviously was more of the second option, but of course with the transitions and the chaos that sort of was the Cavaliers, it obviously showed that it was very difficult for him to come back after his injury. Now, that would be probably the one weak point for Kevin Love, which is health. He has never played an 82-game season his entire career. Even though his rookie season, he only took one game off due to rest. But as far as playing a complete season, it's never been done from him, and he's been playing less and less games, it seems. But I feel like as far as the punishment that he does go through for rebounding and many other things, I feel like there's still possibilities. Obviously, some of the injuries were not just like reoccurring injuries. There are situations where, of course, arm injuries, hand injuries, things like that, that aren't just a sign of you just being weak durably, just very strange things happening on the court. But with that, I think the fact that Portland Trail Blazers, like I spoke in my last video about Damian Lillard being traded, as I mentioned before, it was just a rumor basically as far as the idea of it. And obviously, if I were the Portland Trail Blazers, I would not trade him personally, as I feel like he's a very loyal person who does like the team. And I feel like the messages he was really sending out were what I believe every important teammate needs to do in order to get their organization to do things productive for the team. You can't just be, I'm going to stay here no matter what. You have to sort of give them that feeling that you're not going to sign or you want to trade in a way without saying it in order to make moves happen in your organization. So I think the great thing for Portland is in order for them to add on to what they have already had. Now, with that, it's kind of obvious what I mean as far as what they need to add on to, which is another three-point shooter, another person that can score the basketball, and also Kevin Love being a great rebounder, averaging over 11 rebounds per game in his career. So you obviously, those are things you want to add to your team. And like I said, the 42% three-point shooting last season was obviously another great thing for him. So with Portland, I think the fact it's a great fit with them. Directly what they would need to trade, I wouldn't really trade too much. Probably a first-round pick and a player with somewhat salary, so that way you don't gain too much there, and you can maybe make be flexible for other deals later on down the road. Now, with that, I think that combination is great, and I think for Cleveland, like I said, personally, I would keep Kevin Love and see what he can do. As we've seen, like I said, he was in the MVP conversation. I'm not saying he would be there, but in this Eastern Conference, it's good to at least show your fans, especially those Cleveland fans, that you want to show them the playoffs after what had happened previously. I don't think the fact that tanking again will be really the best option immediately. And if of course they do, it will be to tank, and they'll probably want picks and maybe if they can some type of young talent. So you'd have to see about that, but I would definitely try to give them a first round draft pick if you were to trade. And guys, tell me what your guys' thoughts are on the trade. Do you think that Portland should go for Kevin Love? Do you think that Kevin Love should go to Portland if there's another team? Tell me what your guys' thoughts are on that. Obviously, there's other teams that I think obviously could get it as well. I'm just thinking that Portland really just sounds like a good fit to me. I think that they are a team that needs that extra little piece, because I don't think the fact that they're this team was the team that got swept last year is not really the team that I feel like they really have been having. I thought Damian Lillard very much struggled in that series. Drew Holiday is a very great defensive point guard, and of course they had no bigs that could really match an Anthony Davis caliber player. So guys, tell me what your guys' thoughts are, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to become part of the Greek Army today. And as always, this is Sparta.